Hey, Edward Blade here again. Today I'll be doing a review on the movie Crawl, which I just recently watched. Just like last time, I will be utilizing my film degree to its fullest potential. There might be spoilers ahead, depending on how seriously you take the things that I say here today. You might notice that I'm wearing glasses this time, and if you saw my first review, you'd notice I was not wearing glasses that time. That's because I got poop water in my eye, and I didn't feel like wearing my contacts anymore today. Anyway, this movie's about a girl who's really good at swimming, and she goes to go find her dad at his house because he's been missing for a little while. But there's a hurricane on the way, and with it, gators. Alligators, Florida gators who want to bite into her like a cheesy gordita crunch from Taco Bell. It's important that they spend 10 minutes showing you that she's really good at swimming at her swim meet for college, because she's going to have to outswim some gators later. That part already bothers me. Like, the movie's not called Swim, it's called Crawl. Sure, she outcrawls a gator or two here and there, but she really has to outswim a lot more than she has to outcrawl. So there you go, strike one. Bad movie. Honestly, they hyped her swimming so much that I thought the movie was gonna maybe even end with her having to outrace the gator at her school, swimming laps back and forth. Thankfully, or maybe regretfully, that wasn't the case. This movie is very slice of life. It follows a young girl around Florida while she's stuck in a hurricane fighting off gators. Living in Florida, this is a constant battle as Floridians face. Like the constant worry of never knowing whether a hurricane's gonna just blow into town and knock some gators onto some surfboards and just come crashing through your apartment window. I mean, honestly, it stresses us out to the point of insanity. Why do you think all the weird, fucked up, crazy crimes happen in Florida? It's because we're fucking insane from constantly having to worry about hurricanes and gators. That's 99% of our brain is just is there a gator? Is there a hurricane? Which one is it? Is it both? Who fucking knows? If you've never had to worry about alligators killing you at any given moment, then you won't know what it's like. You wouldn't understand what we have to go through. This movie makes it seem like there's gators roaming the streets of Florida everywhere, waiting to bite into humans, just constantly at any given moment. And you know what? They're not wrong at all. It is like this. All this movie needed was shitty Florida drivers fucking up while driving and then flipping you off and getting mad at you for their own fucking mistakes, and this movie would have been a perfect representation of everyday life in Florida. This movie stars some British chick named Kaya Scodelario that I've never heard of, but all I know is she's another fucking British actor taking all the good jobs away from all the fucking hard-working American actors. And Barry Pepper, who I actually like, and it's kind of nice seeing him, even though he always reminded me of Craig Kilborn, who always reminded me of the singer of Queens of the Stone Age. But, I liked him in 25th Hour and Knockaround Guys, and it's just nice to know that he's still alive, even though I never really cared to take the time to see if he was. It's still nice to see. So they're in their basement with a gator, and it's every 10 minutes the writers Michael Rasmussen and Sean Rasmussen. Huh. I wonder if they're brothers. Anyway, it's every 10 minutes they just decide hey, let's throw in another gator. Hey, you know what? This movie's not, scary enough. Just throw in another gator. Let's just throw him in there. Put him in the basement. How do they get in there? I don't know, and it doesn't matter. Just throw him in there. So we've got all these gators just surfing their way into the basement, on their little surfboards. And it's at some point someone's you know what? Alligators aren't enough. Let's throw some spiders in there too. So they did. And then by the second hour of the movie, there's 20 gators, 7 bears, 4 tigers, a dog, and 3 rabid raccoons. It's just come on, dude. I know it's Florida, but really? Really? This movie was directed by Alexandre Aja. I had to Google who he was, and apparently he's directed a bunch of shitty fucking movies. no wonder this movie was such shit. Like Hills Have Eyes, the 2006 version, Piranha 3D. He wrote and directed Mirrors, which I don't know if anyone's seen, but that's like the worst fucking movie. God, that is literally one of the worst fucking movies I've ever seen. And it's like such a shitty resume. Like how this guy does not fall into the status of like janitor at a Hollywood McDonald's, like is beyond belief. Like I can't believe this guy still gets like the chance to direct fucking movies. Like someone's giving him money still. And like, here you go, direct this movie for us, please. Before this movie came out, I saw like 110 commercials for it or previews, whatever. And I don't even have like TV. So like, I don't know how I saw that many previews for this fucking movie, but that's never a good sign when there's like, they're just pushing and like advertisements. Please watch this movie. Please watch this fucking movie. We need people to come see this fucking movie. But then I saw the movie had like an 82 on Rotten Tomatoes at the time, and I was like, well, maybe this sumbitch won't be so bad. But no, this sumbitch was bad. It felt like a cheap made-for-TV movie you'd find on cable, like flipping channels in 2003. And you'd like be like, oh, well, it's a Wednesday night. I've got nothing better to do. Let me go grab a beer and like just sit down and watch this thing. But this didn't come out like on cable TV in 2003. It came out in fucking theaters. Lots of them. Like visually, I guess it looks good. I mean, as far as movies about being stuck in a basement go, like it was all right. This movie is like, it's like Snakes on a Plane, but Snakes on a Plane was like at least self-aware of its campiness. And this movie really isn't. It's just dead serious about itself, and it just makes it a piece of shit. Thank God this movie was only 87 minutes long, and that's like with credits, because there's only so much you can take of like just watching two people stuck in a basement with 53 alligators. And this is just between me and you guys, but I'm pretty sure those alligators aren't even real. I think they're CGI. Look, there's nothing overtly awful about this movie, but like there's nothing really that great about it either. And I haven't seen Sharknado, but I assume this is like the wet equivalent of that. And okay, I'm gonna get serious here for a second. Like, when people do a show or movie on Florida, it's like always got gators in it. It's like alligators, Florida, or you know, Louisiana, New Orleans, they've got alligators in their fucking movies and shows too. It's just like, why? Like, it just seems so prejudiced against like Florida or against alligators. I don't know which one it's prejudiced against, but it's prejudiced against someone or something. And it's just like, you know, how come they don't do like a movie in Alaska about alligators, or like a movie in New York about alligators? Like that'd be interesting, huh? There's a $1 million fucking movie idea for you, Hollywood. So yeah, so like since this movie, you know, it wasn't very long, so this review is not gonna be very long, and there was nothing like that was really pissing me off about the movie. Just the plot itself was kind of dumb, so that I'm gonna give it 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 angry reacts, because it wasn't terrible, it just wasn't good. Like you suck. Make a good movie next time. Huh? If you like what you saw, go ahead and click that subscribe button so you can see more of this shit in the future. Because this is the only place you'll be able to find high quality reviews such as these. You know, ever since Siskel and Ebert died, like, God bless their souls, you know, I hope they rest in peace. There just has been like a big void where there's just not been another, like, who is a new Siskel and Ebert? There isn't one, to be honest. So, you know, I think I'm here to fill that void. Like, I am going to be the next Siskel and Ebert. Thanks for watching. Good night.